My name is Franklin Tibaal from OL22M32, OLCP CLJ1, Criminal Law Book 1. I recited the Chapter 5 list. Classification of penalties under Article 25 of the Revised Penal Code. Under the Article 25 of the Revised Penal Code, penalties are classified into principal provided by law, where a felony and which imposed by the expressly upon conviction, and the number 2 accessory therein include into the imposition of the principal penalty. Number 2, scale principal penalties. Capital punishment, death, affected penalties, reclusion perpetua, reclusion temporal, perpetual or temporary absolute disqualification, perpetual or temporary special disqualification, prison mayor, correctional penalties, prison correctional, arresto mayor, suspension, disero, light penalties, arresto menor, public censor. Penalties common to the three preceding classes: fine and ban to keep peace. Number accessory penalties, principal or temporary absolute qualification, and perpetual or temporary special disqualification, suspension from public office, the right to vote and to be voted for the prosecution or calling, civil interdiction, indemnification. Next, forfeiture or confiscation of instrument and proceed of the offense payment of cost. Number 3, duration of penalties. Article 27, reclusion perpetua, 20 years and 1 day to 40 years. Reclusion temporal, 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. Prison mayor and temporary disqualification, 6 years and 1 day to 12 years, except when the penalties of this disqualification is imposed as a accessory penalty, in which case its duration shall be that of the principal penalty. Prison correctional, suspension and disero, 6 months and 1 day to 6 years, except when the suspension is imposed as an accessory penalty, in which case its duration shall be that of the principal penalty. Arresto mayor, 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. Arresto minor, 1 day to 30 days. Ban to keep peace. The ban shall be required to cover penalty of type of court and determine. Next is successive service of sentences. Under Article 70 of the Republic under Article 70 of Revised Penal Code, the penalties in order of severity and for the purpose of the successive service of the sentences have the following scale. Number 1, death. Republic Act number 9346, signed into law on June 24, 2006, prohibited the imposition of death penalty. Reclusion perpetua. Number 3, reclusion temporal. Number 4, prison mayor. Number 5, prison correctional. Number 6, arresto mayor. Number 7, arresto minor. Number 8, deshero. Number 9, perpetual absolute disqualification. Number 10, temporal absolute disqualification. Number 11, suspension from public office, the right to vote and be vote for the right to follow profession or calling. And number 12, public censor. The next is uh, complex crime. When the single constitutes two or more grave or less grave than penalties, or when an offense into necessary means for committing the other, the penalty for the most serious crime shall impose to apply and its maximum period. Article 48 Republic Article 48 speak of two types of complex crime. Number 1 is when a single act constitutes two or more grave or less grave felonies. Compound crime, delito, tiesto. And number 2, when the offense is necessary means of committing the other complex crime proper, delito complejo. Article 48 is not applicable in case of special complex crime specifically provided for in Republic Act, like robbery with homicide or rape with arson. It applies only when to a specific penalty is stated in the law. In complex crime, although two or more crime are actually communicate, they contain only one crime in eyes of law. The offender has only criminal intent, hence but only one penalty imposed. That's all. Thank you.